All right, I'm just going to start off and say it, that we live in a visual world now. And when we think about it, a lot of our learners are visual based, meaning they understand when they see it, not just us talking about it. So in today's world of tech-driven approach, especially with ed tech, if we can show our students what to expect and maybe how to model things, we have a better chance of capturing them. So we have to learn to screen record. And some people have said Screencastify. So yes, I want to clarify this. Screencasting is very similar, but screencasting also implies that you are sending your screen here to something external on a big screen like that. So it is screencasting, but we're really talking about screen recording right now. We're talking about taking your screen and using it. First one is, this is a very moderate, a bit of above a beginner level. So if you're not at that level yet, I do have links below that we can put in for you so you can see from a very easygoing standpoint, and then you can learn a little bit more. Most people do use Screencastify in the EdTech world right now because it is a Google Chrome interface that we can use. So for example, you can download it as an extension here. You can click on it and see it. This I'm using the free version, so obviously if you wanted to upgrade, you can get longer videos, stuff like that. My recordings, it's a very easy way to do things. So you notice your screen here, you start sharing it, you go with it. There we go, cool. I've heard the stuff, so now I'm recording. I know that, I see it because my red dot's here telling me I'm recording. So anything that I click on here, the students would see it and so forth. We'll stop sharing in that one so you can see it. There we go, we go to it, welcome to the page, show me around, all this stuff. You can skip your tour. You can see here why I think Screencastify does get a very good reputation is that once you're done with it, you can share it to Classroom quickly. Okay, so if you have your Classroom logged in, you can go to it and you can enable the link and it goes straight there. So if you are using Google Classroom, it is a very easy way to do it. So then I'll go to my test tutorial here, choose action, what I want them to do. This is an awesome feature to have if you really are going down this route. Maybe make an announcement, click go. Now I can write it, it's already there as a webcam thing. Very, very easy if you don't want to make it yourself in that one, and you can do with it and go forth with that. If you do have a YouTube channel, you want to embed the code, you could. If you want to just download it and export it as an MP4, or let's say you were making a very short one and you wanted to make an animated GIF. That's a really cool way to reach your students right now, that the GIF world, students love GIFs, and honestly, it really helps them get in kind of the mode of things. So you can do it through that way. If we click on more options, you can see, you can view on your drive everything. If you did want to trim it, you could come down here and trim. You can click play, everything. You can open it in editor, so then if editor is working for you, like it should, you can edit everything. So very simple, start your free trial, go with it. So very simple, very, very easy user interface. If you have any more details you need, if you want to rename it, please do, trash it, all that stuff. Very simple, and I hope you see that Screencastify works very well in terms of what it's set to do. I'm going to go on something different right now. So just know, I'm not endorsing one or the other, but I am saying Screencastify is probably going to be easier for you to really market quickly if you're a user of Google Classroom pretty frequently, okay? Now I'm going to flip on it. So at this point, if you're like, hey, dude, I'm only good with Classroom, I don't need anything else, I'm good, this is your chance now to end this. You can click off. Bye. You won't insult me, I promise, in that one, because I'm going to move on to more hyperlinking stuff, YouTube, and a little bit more editing, things like that. So, you're with me? Okay, those of you that are still on, you're here because you want to do a bit more. Maybe you don't use Google Classroom as much. This one is Screencast-O-Matic, so this is kind of a competitor to Screencastify. It's something that I use to make a lot of my videos before I switch to OBS Studio, but it's still a very, very good way to do it. And they actually have an app version, so you can also do this on your phone and screencast your phone, whatnot. First thing here, you would sign in, go to your stuff. We're going to start a recorder. So I'll just show you, for example, what these things look like. So we're going to launch it. Then we're going to say yes to this. Always prompt what it says. You'll notice down on the bottom, it's waiting for it. Launching recorder. Just be patient, right? Patience is a virtue. Once that happens, it will open up to this. So now this screen is saying anytime that I have those lines in here, that's what I'm saying it's going to take in. So if I wanted the whole screen, right, I could just simply just drag it and open it. And what you'll notice down here, what's different, is you see these numbers here? This really much is helping you see your dimensions. So if you're on a Chromebook, for example, I'm using a 55-inch TV right now to make this. I probably would not want to go this far. I'd want to keep it a little more shrunk to the dimensions so that way it fits the screen that I'm using pretty good in that. And then all I can do is I can drag this here. I can come down here, and once I do that, my apology, sorry, I can move this around as needed. I can shrink it then and go to what I need and put it there like that, okay? So pretty simple overall. If you just want the screen, keep it on screen. If you want webcam, then you would switch to your webcam. Boom, hi, look. Again, don't switch to a webcam if your house is not clean. That's my #1 advice there, okay? If you want to switch to both, though, you can switch to both, and then your webcam will also appear in it, as well as the screen. So it's kind of a way to play around with your students a little better in that one, especially if you do have a webcam that could take out the background for you, like the C922X for Logitech takes out the background, so you can just kind of float yourself in it. You can do that. But for right now, let's just do screen, and we'll show you what it is on this one. Max time in this one, we do have none right now, assuming you're on a different account. Free trial, you will have up to 15 minutes. Go past that, it does max it a bit more. It tells me the size right now, so if I wanted to, I could just click these straight, go to different resolutions if you want. You'll notice narration, you're seeing this change. This is picking up my voice right now, so it's saying where I'm at. You probably wouldn't want to see stuff in the low, right? You don't want to see that. You want to see a little higher. How you could also change your microphones is if you have different ones, you can plug in and you can just switch on it. This is a plug-in microphone I'm using, a podcasting one. This one's my internal one. It just is what it is on that one. You could also change computer audio. So for example, if you were showing a YouTube video or something quickly that had sound in it, you could click the record computer sounds and it would also give your viewers the sound on that one. Preferences, if you need, you can switch stuff, but again, right now this isn't an advanced one, so I don't want to get into that, but I do want to show you some of this stuff here. Down here, start draw and zoom so we can get going, or the first thing we do, let's start our recorder and let's go with this, okay? And again, I'm assuming this is my stuff in here, so if I want to click around and I want to go to different places, you can see right now that it is recording it because you can tell the time thing on it, right? Very, very cool for you to see. If you wanted to move your screen around, you're more than welcome to, but let's just say now you're done with it. I'm going to click pause, and it's going to ask me, I could record, I could restart if I wanted to, or I can trash it, or I can go done. Let's go done so you can just see with it. It's going to give you the option. You can either save and upload, quick share. This is though why we're doing this tutorial, is I want to show you the editing ability in Screen-O-Matic. So let's just go ahead and make this a little bigger here. What you'll notice down at the bottom is it tells you your voice level there, and I am using a podcasting microphone, so it will come out as a little lower, but it is higher in quality on that. So for example, this is my stuff in here, so if I want to click around and I want to go to different... So you notice we're good on that one. So here's where things are going to change a little bit. You have this button here, okay? So let's actually put it in the middle so everyone can see it, right? Let's say I wanted to add something to it. I wanted to overlay, meaning I put something on top of it. I could go here and I could click image, okay? So let's say these are already in my stock. If I wanted to upload something though, I could go to my files and upload. I could go to stock images if I had something and I could select it from there and so forth, everything like that, okay? So let's go back to where we're at on that one. I will exit and I'll go back to image overlay. And let's put something in that I already have. Let's put the famous logo. Boom, there we go, okay? I can drag it around where I want. I can resize it. I can put it where I need to. And then here is the option down here too. I can increase my time and I can put where I want it to go. So for example, if I want it to be throughout the whole entire video, I just drag it and you notice now it's there, right? And I click OK. So then if I were to come back here and play it,
this is my stuff in here, so
notice the icon will appear and disappear. It's a transition in. So see there, it stays in it, and then at the end, it goes out, right? Cool way to do that. It's really, really awesome, I think, to do that one. It's a fun way to do things. If you wanted to put text as well, you could overlay and you could put text in there. So if you wanted to put something in, we could double click, and there we go. Let's start moving it down for you on that one. You always got to be positive. See? Hi. There we go. Moving around, the same thing applies to it. You can also change the style of it if you'd like. So you can change the text color. You can change that to blue, then let's change the background to green or something, right? You can change your shape, so maybe you want it rounded, you can do that. You can do shadow, whatever it is. And then down here as well, you can put it where you need to in that one, right? So if you want it to appear, we'll click OK. And then let's go back and move our cursor here. So what you'll notice, watch it, right now, that it is. There we go. The text floats in, and watch, the text will float out because that's when we stopped it. Boom, the text is gone. So you can see how you can use this to your advantage. And by no means is overlay the only thing in there. There are so many other things. You can insert new recordings on top of it. You can replace things. You can speed it up, slow it down. You can float in transitions. There's just a lot of stuff you can do in that one. If as well, here's a kicker. If you wanted to add music to your background, you're more than welcome to add music. So you can go in here and you can add music. And let's go with best wishes. I always like best wishes. So watch this. I'm assuming this is my stuff in here. So if I want to click notice you hear background music, right? And what it did automatically is it took the music that you selected and it adjusted it to your voice. So that way your voice isn't totally drowned out, right? And you don't hear just the music. That's the big thing. If you don't want that, simply just click it. You're totally fine. So let's click done. And then now it's going to give you the options down here. So this is where it is different. In this one, you can save it as a video file, or you can upload it to your YouTube. I already have YouTube, so this is why I use it, is it allows me to go to my YouTube account that I have, switch it, add the recording description, click publish, it's good to go, and then it'll do its thing in that one. If you want to just save it as a file, you could save it as a file, put all your stuff there. I would always click higher resolution just because it is a larger file, but it's going to be crisper and better. So you do want to make sure it's always on higher and just wait the extra minutes for it to download. Click publish. Once you've done publish, you'll notice it does that. It'll tell you. You can still continue your work in the background if you'd like to. Copy path, boom. So now if I wanted to, I could take this recording and I could upload it into my Google Classroom if I wanted to do that. But again, this was really meant for not Google Classroom. This is meant more if you're going to put it on YouTube. You want to do your editing stuff quickly and you don't want to have to do it on the back end. It's just easier that, or you can also hyperlink it from YouTube in that one. But this is your main frame. This shows you all your videos. So this is when I use my classroom stuff. I will always do it on here just because I can do it ahead of time. Any other questions, though, please let me know. I'm here for you in this one. But again, this is a very good one for not Google Classroom. If you are using Google Classroom specifically, I would recommend sticking to Screencastify. They both are good products. They both have their pros and cons. It really just comes down to which one you want to use more importantly. Good luck, and remember, engage your students because they're visual learners. If they see you doing it, you are the model for them, and they will rise to the occasion because they're watching you.